Hello, welcome to Should I Buy This Game featuring Bonsai. My name is Christine, and in this video I'll give you a brief description on how the game is played and then share a few things I may like or dislike about the game to help you decide if you want to add bonsai to your collection. This is the game Bonsai, and in this game you are collecting pieces to add into your bonsai to then collect points, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. I'm going to start by going over the cards that are included in the game. And this first one is a growth card, and this allows you to play certain items into your bonsai, such as the leaves. This one here is a tool card, and if you have this, you're able to be holding on to 2 extra pieces. This guy is the helper, and he lets you play extra pieces such as the leaf and one of your choice onto your bonsai tree. This guy here is the master, and he helps you collect more pieces such as 2 leaf pieces. And this is parchment, and these are end of game bonuses. So for example, on this card, you would get 2 points for every flower you have on your bonsai. Now these cards are laid out here on the board, and you would pick it from the board. Now, if you pick this first card, you would get no bonus. If you pick a card from this area, you would get the choice of getting a leaf or a wood tile. If you pick it from here, you would get a wood and a flower tile. And if you pick a card from here, you would get a leaf and a fruit tile. When you start the game, you have the ability to hold on to 5 tiles. And you have the ability, when you decide to cultivate or put tokens onto your bonsai, you can place 1 leaf, 1 wood, and 1 of your choice. So by adding the tool card, you are now able to hold on to 7 tiles at one point. And then by adding the growth cards on this side, you're now able to, when you cultivate, do 2 leaves, a wood, and 1 of your choice. And the more cards you were to add, the more you're able to cultivate on each of your turns. So they get added like that, and now you can play a flower, a fruit, 2 leaves, a wood, and 1 of your choice. So that's the benefit of getting the tool and growth cards into your hand. There are also goal tiles. There are 5 different ones, but you choose 3 to use during a game. And for example, this one is how many leaf tokens are touching each other. Once you have 5 leaf tokens touching one another, you can decide, are you going to get this gold tile, or are you going to forfeit it and try to work towards the next one? Because once you pass it, you can't go back. This one is for how many wood tiles are in your bonsai, and this one is for how many fruit tiles are on your bonsai. So on your turn, you can either meditate or cultivate. So to meditate, we are going to pick a card. So since it's early in the game, I might want this card, allowing me to be able to play more later. So I would get a fruit and a leaf token, which are these tokens here, and I would put them into my area. I start with a wood token already. Then this card would get moved over here, and the cards would move down, and the next player would go. So I'm going to assume, say the next player will take this tile, so I'll just move it out of the way. So now that it's your turn again, you might want to meditate again because this card came up, and that's really beneficial. So here I would take maybe another wood tile and add this one. So now I'm able to hold 7 tiles. And the cards move over. And so maybe the other player took this card to add to theirs. So I'll just get it out of our way. Now I think I'm going to take one more card. And I'm going to get this one because I am able to get the leaf and the fruit tile. And because I can hold 7, I'm only at 6. But this card allows me to play a wood and 1 of my choice. So I think this will allow me to start here and building up my bonsai. So I decided I'm going to play 2 wood. Now this tile gets face down into your area because later on you might get the bonus where you'd be able to score how many cards like this you have. So you just keep that face down and all the cards move over. So maybe the other player does something similar and takes this card. So I have 4 tokens. And so if I was to take one of the MasterCard, I would end up with 8. So maybe I will take this MasterCard. I get a wood and a flower because of the bonus there. But I also would get 2 grass or 2 leaf. But because I already have 6 tokens, I'm only going to take 1 because I would have to discard a token at the end of my turn. And I'm going to put him under. So maybe the other player decided to cultivate. So no cards are taken. So it's our turn. And now that we have so many tokens, it's time we cultivate. And I'm able to play one of my choice, a wood, a leaf, and a flower. So I'm going to play 1 wood, and I'm going to play, for my choice, I will play a leaf, and I will play, so I played 1 wood, 1 leaf. I will play the flower. Now the flower, so the leaf touches the wood. You can see that there's wood at the end there, so the leaf has to touch wood. And then the flower has to touch a leaf. And so it would go on like that. So I have played 3 tiles, so I can play 1 more of my choice. Now I can't play the orange tile yet because the orange tile has to be placed between 2 leaves, and I don't have that. But what I think I'm going to do is put another leaf over here this turn. So the other player comes and maybe takes this card. So now you're like, oh, this card looks good because I'm going to play some flowers. I can get points at the end. So you get the flower and the wood into your thing, and you get the bonus card, which would be face down into your pile. Then the next player goes. I don't think they have a tool, so they are going to pick that card because they want to add to their thing. And now looking here, maybe I will take this card because now I can play an extra leaf. I get my 2 tiles and I can add this over here. And I'm up to 7 tiles. So the next time I probably will end up playing a card or cultivating. I'm going to do 1 more turn. So the other player maybe took that card. Now, since there's no helper card here to play anything, I'm going to have to play a card. So I can play a wood and a leaf. So I'm going to put maybe a wood tile over here to build it out the other way. And I'm going to play my leaf. Now for this one here, I'm going to now play the fruit. And as I said, the fruit goes between 2 leaves like this. And another fruit cannot touch on either side. However, a flower could if I wanted to. So I have played these 3. So I can play 1 more leaf, but I don't have it. And so I can play a flower. So I'm going to play this flower here that touches the leaf. And that's basically how the game goes. You're picking cards, gaining your tiles, and then cultivating your bonsai to build it up to start to gain points. So if we look here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wood. So I can't get the bonus yet. I only have 2 leaves together and I only have 1 fruit. So we're nowhere close yet to receiving any of these bonuses. So I've completed the game and I managed to get a few of the bonuses. So for the leaves touching, I had over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves touching. So I was able to get this bonus with the 7. I had, I think exactly 8 wood, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wood, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the fruit. So I managed to get that. That would score me 27 bonus points. But when it comes to regular scoring, the leaves are worth 3 points each. So I had 10 leaves, so that would be 30 points. Now when you score your flowers, it's based on the number of edges that aren't touching. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's only the edges that didn't touch anything else. Now with the fruit, you get 7 points. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fruits, so 35 points. So then we go into our decks. And I'm going to separate these into cards. So I ended up with 4 parchment. So this card here gets me 2 points per flower. I had 4 flowers, so I would get 8 points. This card here gets me 2 points per master. I had 3 of those, so I would get 6. This gets me 2 points per growth card. I had 3 of those, so I would get 6. And this point gets me 2 points per helper. And I had 3 of those as well, so I would get 6 points. And I'm going to add up all the points to see how we did. So I ended up scoring 133 points this game, which seems to be pretty good considering my last game I had 110, then 121, and then this is when I played against Mark and he had 109. So 133 seems to be a pretty good score, at least for myself. Overall, we find bonsai to be really relaxing, which it should be based on the theme of the game. The one thing we really like is how you can choose to build up your player area. You can choose how many tiles you want to be able to hold on to, and then by picking these cards, able to build up when it's your turn to play tiles, what you're able to play and the assortment. The other thing we like is how there's an assortment of ways to gain points. So through the tiles, through just the pieces you're playing, and then as well as the bonuses on the parchment cards. Now you can play this game solo. It's 1 to 4 players. And if you play solo, there's also a few solo scenarios included in the book that you can work on. I've just started trying some of these and I did the first one and I have yet to pass it. So I'll be going back to see if I'll be able to succeed in finishing that one. The only thing we really found that we sort of disliked was that we would run out of cards before we completed our bonsais. And we wish there were more cards so we could play longer. Now, for a 2-player game, you take out cards for 3 and 4 players. So potentially, if we're just playing ourselves, we could always add in more cards and then play the game longer. But that's not part of the official rules. So overall, though, as I said, we found the game relaxing and enjoy playing it. So let me know if you have played Bonsai and what you think of this game.